Hi, everyone. This is James Cruz sharing poems of healing and hope with you. So, today's poem is another one by Naomi Shihab Nye, and this one is from her lovely new book of new and collected poems called Everything Comes Next. This poem is called The Shopper. And I wanted to share this poem in part because I think of grocery stores now as one of the few places where most of us still have to go. And it's a place of such community and communality. So it's a place where we can still connect with people, see people we know, friends, other members of our community, even if we are masked and even if we do have to trust our eyes to recognize each other as well as to convey our smiles and our notes of recognition when we do see those familiar half faces, as the case is now. So this is, again, The Shopper by Naomi Shihab Nye. I visit the grocery store like the Indian woman in Peru attends the cathedral, saying a few words over and over: butter, bread, apples, butter, bread, apples. I nod to the grandmothers muttering among roots. Their carts tell stories. They eat little. They live alone. Last week, 2 women compared their cancers matter-of-factly as I compare soups. How do you reach that point of acceptance? Life and death shoved in the same basket, and you with a calm face waiting at the checkout stand. We must bless ourselves with peaches, pray to the eggplant silent among her sisters that the seeds will not be bitter on the tongue. Confess our fears to the flesh of tomato. We too go forward only halfway ripened, dreaming of the deeper red. So the ending of this poem especially strikes me that most tomatoes that are trucked into grocery stores are sent when they're only halfway ripe, and so there has to be this sense of trust and faith that that fuller ripeness, that fuller redness will eventually come, will be fulfilled. So I love that we have to confess our own fears of not being enough, not ripening soon enough, or not being exactly where we want to be in our lives to those tomatoes who are perhaps in the same boat. I also love this larger sense of having to bless ourselves with peaches or whatever sweetness, whatever treats we can find at the grocery store nowadays. And also noticing other people around us, what's in their baskets, not prying too much, not being too creepy, but at least kind of seeing what's in their basket. And I think having enough empathy to imagine what the lives of these other people are actually like. So I see that as the invitation of this poem ultimately is the next time you're at the grocery store, what do you notice? Is it the eyes above those masks that are perhaps growing a little red-rimmed and weary as the pandemic wears on? Or is it what's in people's baskets and carts and those little bits that you pick up from people just by what they're buying, and to notice it non-judgmentally and perhaps to imagine yourself into the lives of all of these other people with whom we share this space. So I hope you all stay safe and well. Thanks for listening.